Hi, I'm Abrarul Hassan. Today I will discuss the future of the Great Barrier Reef. I have done an environmental scan to help us build a strong and successful strategy for the year 2030. This will help us to understand the challenges and opportunities ahead. Let me explain what I will cover today. First, I will give you a quick introduction to the reef's current situation. Then I will use a framework called PESTLES to look at big external factor affecting us, like politics and the environment. After that, I will explain the key new trends we see in the terrorism industry. Next, we will look at what the future might look like in 2030. Finally, I will give you my four main recommendations for our strategy. This plan will help us make good decisions for the future. Let's start with the basics. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef in the world. It is also a very important economic assist for Australia. It begins in about $6 billion every year and creates jobs for 64,000 people. But the reef is facing serious problems. Scientists tell us that the biggest threat is climate change, which is making the ocean warmer and causing the coral to bleach and die. So, our main goal is very clear. We must find a way to grow our business while also protecting the reef. Our future success depends on its health. Now let's talk about politics and money, which are the first two parts of our puzzles and analysis. Politically, the reef is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This means the whole world is watching how Australia protect it. The Australian government has a special plan called Reef 2050 with strict rules that we must follow. Economically, our income comes entirely from tourists. If there is a problem with the world economy, like recession, favor people with travel, and we will have a favor customers. Also, switching to more sustainable practice like buying electricity boards cost a lot of money upfront, even though it is a better is a long run. Next, let's look at society and technology. In society, tourists are changing. Recent research from booking.com shows that most travelers now actively look for eco-friendly trips. They will choose a company that has strong environmental credentials. We also must remember that the reef is a deeply important cultural site for indigenous Australians, and we should respect and include their knowledge. In technology, we have new tools. We can use mobile apps during tour to show information about marine life. We can even use virtual reality to show the reef to people who cannot swim. But we must be careful with the social media because one bad review can spread very quickly and damage our reputation. Now, for the final part of PESL, legal and environmental. The legal rules are very strict. The government agency that manage the marine park has many rules. Know where boat can go, how fast they can go, and how close we can get it from to the coral. If we break this rule, we face very large fines. Environmentally, the situation is serious. The biggest threat confirmed by UN climate report is climate change. It's make the ocean warmer, which causes coral bleaching, where the coral turn white and often dies. Pollution from farms and for a big storm called cyclones and also cause a lot of physically damage of the reef. Now let's move to the important trends we see in tourism. The first big trend is sustainable tourist. Being eco-friendly is not a special feature anymore, and it is a basic customer expectation. But there is a new, stronger trend called regenerative travel. This means tourists don't just want to avoid harming the environment, they want to help fix it. For example, they would be happy to pay extra for a tour where they can help marine scientists plant new coral in damaged areas. This is a powerful new experience we can offer. The second trend is the experience focused tourist. A recent Expedia report said that modern travelers value guides who are great storytellers and educators. They want to learn the name of the fishes and understand the story of the reef. They are actively rejecting large impersonal tours. The third trend is the Blair tourist. Blair is a mix of business and leisure. Companies like Airbnb reports that the remote worker often travel and stay in destination for a month or more. They work from their laptop during the week and explore on weekend. This is a great opportunity for us. We can create a special long stay holiday package that included a comfortable place to work and very good reliable Wi-Fi. This type of tourists stay longer and spend more money in our local community. So, what does all this mean for our future in 2030? Let's look at the theater and opportunities. The theaters are serious. We can become the number one leader in ecotourism for the reef. We can create new source of income from unique conversation experiences like the coral planting tourist to a coral planting tour I mentioned. Our success depends on how we react to on these challenges. Based on my analysis, here are my first two key recommendations of our 2030 strategy. First, we must aim to become a carbon neutral company. Electric this is our most important step. We should start up by investing in electric boat and solar planet of our office. We can take small group of tourists to help with real hands-on coral planting. This is a unique product we can set up apart of everyone else. Here are my next two recommendations. Third, we should use technology in smart way. We can use augmented reality on tablets during our tours. When a tourist point the table at the water, it can show the name of the fish and fun fact about it. A well-trained guide can turn a simple boat trip into an unforgettable education experience that guests will remember and recommend to others. In conclusion, the Great Barrier Reef is at a critical point. Our business success is directly connected to the health of the reef. In the coral dies, the tourists will stop coming. So, for our own future, we must become a leader and sustainably and innovation. By taking this step, going carbon neutral, creating new regenerative tours, using technology wisely, and training our staff to be expert, we can build a thriving future. We can ensure that both the reef and our business are successful, strong in 2030 and for many years after. Thank you for your time and attention. This slide I'm putting some of the reference which I used for present by this assessment. These references are listed here for your review. Thank you.